So unfortunately, it's not just veterans and veteran spouses without the educational requirements that are going to be teaching. I was woken up by Facebook the other morning with Ron Desantis is in Newport Richey giving a speech on recruiting teachers at the school there. And I open it up and it's him with a line full of sheriffs behind him in front of school books, right? And I'm like, what is this? What is this? Why are there so many cops in this school? And he starts going on and on and on about how this bonus program they have for retired first responders and how retired cops in other states who feel like they've been treated terribly and their state doesn't appreciate them. Come to Florida. We respect you. We want you to come teach in our schools. And it was a $5,000 bonus on top of these like $49,000 starting wage and blah, 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 blah. And all these other, benefits or whatever that they're enacting because they wouldn't do it for teachers before, but they're doing it if it's going to be retired veterans and or retired cops and veterans. And he starts to go on. It's an hour long talking about indoctrination and why we don't want college educated teachers, right? Because that's where they learn indoctrination. That's where they learn ideologies, and it becomes about an ideology and not about the kids anymore. And you're just another cog in this indoctrination machine. But yet, we're going to hire people that literally only know how to enforce and control with fear and not give them proper training on how to be a teacher and put them in the classroom. And he's like, once you see someone who did really great in school, they get in the classroom and they're just terrible. I see this all too often. We want someone that's passionate about serving their community, and they don't need all that bureaucratic education. We put them in the classroom. They have a proficient knowledge in core subjects, and they hit the ground running. And so aside from that, we also see all these teachers getting fired or getting or resigning that have been teachers forever because they're being forced to remove images of Obama and Martin Luther King in Florida. So that's what this whole idea is, right? It's these school districts reacting with fear because they don't understand how the law works, and that none of these cases have actually sat in a court of law. There's no precedent yet for how these laws will be enforced, but they're responding with fear because they don't want to get sued. So they're microscopically looking at everything teachers are doing to prevent any sort of woke behavior so they don't get sued, and people are resigning, and they're now going to infiltrate the schools with people who are taught to teach obedience and control. And there's just so